So, I think I met someone. I did meet someone. Um, and I just want to kind of reflect, like, I want to document this. Like, this has always been a place or a space for me to document the journey and how far I've come and how much I've learned, how much I've grown. And yeah, I want this to be part of the record. So when I'm looking back on this years from now, I can remember how I felt. So, like I said, I met a man, emphasis on man, and keep driving, not interested. So anyway, I met a man, and emphasis on man because I'm trying to choose my words carefully. Ever since I put that out that I love this car, I've been seeing it. That is like my favorite car. And that's the color that I want to. Anyway, I'm trying to use my words carefully because I had what I wanted to say in my head. And now it's like all gone. I think because I'm like nervous or distracted or whatever the case is. Because I don't like, you guys know, like, you know, the things that I've said in the past about relationships and like where I am now in my life. I pretty much had given up. And you know, a lot of people say like that's the moment at which that's when the one comes in. That's when the person you're supposed to be with comes in. And I'm just seeing like the proof of that. I guess like where I want to start is this is what's coming up. So I'll just start here. Got all these cars riding by. Why are you speeding down a residential road like that? Like you on the highway. Anyway. Probably in some other woman's car and all. Focus, Rashida. Okay, so, yeah, I remember like the new guy, like now the conversations that we had. First of all, the way that he approached me was on some like, this is the plan. I'm gonna XYZ. This is where I see us going. This is what I need your help with. This is where you fit into my life. And we've only known each other not even a month now. It's only been a couple weeks. And from the moment he met me, he let me know exactly what was on his mind, exactly what his intentions were, exactly how he felt. And it's like, that is what I've been waiting for. That's what I've been holding out for. That's what I've been pushing all these guys away for. That's what I've been running away from relationships for. For a man to finally look me in my face and tell me exactly what it is. And that's what he did. Plain, as I'm speaking to you guys right now, everything that I said that I wanted, he is. And it's just shocking to me. Like, I just have to be humble and give the Most High all the grace and all the glory because there, like, I can look back, like, the conversations that we're having now about, like, our plans and, you know, he's already got land and he was like, you know, I envision you like you're the heart and soul of this land that I bought. And just to hear him say that, like, and to think back on, like, my life up until this point and how I would, like, sit and try to think of, like, a plan, because I've always envisioned myself, like, you know, by myself. And I had settled into the reality that a lot of this would have to be done by myself. But I remember researching one thing in particular regarding to land or whatever, and building a house and all that kind of stuff. And I remember I researched it for months. And when it got down to like actually, taking action and doing something about it, I remember this voice said, this is something that you're not supposed to do by yourself. This is one of, I get messages, okay, you need to do this alone. You need to do that alone. This is going to be for your highest good. This is a lesson. This is going to hurt, but you're going to come out of it on the other side triumphant. But with this particular thing surrounding, land and whatever, I got the message that I wasn't supposed to do that alone. Wait for somebody to do that with. Was the message. This was years ago. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And I think maybe I even tried to make it happen faster than it was supposed to. And I thought maybe it's the man that's in my life right now, or maybe it's my family. Maybe that's who I'm supposed to be doing this with. And all those situations fell apart. All those situations didn't work out for whatever reason or another. And I remember falling into a depression over that. It's like, I'm getting the message that I'm not supposed to do this by myself, but who am I supposed to do it with then? Like, where are the people at? Like, where's the person at? If it's a person, like, where's the alignment? Little did I know, all those little moments were leading up to this moment right now. When I thought that, when I was beating myself up for being like one of those people that, deep dive into a subject and I'm like researching the hell out of it and then I do nothing with that information. All preparing me for this moment. Because everything he's talking about was stuff that I had researched before. Stuff that I had beaten myself up about for not doing anything with that information. And now I'm being presented with an opportunity to do something with it. That's the way that life works. And so all this time that we spend with the wrong people, beating ourselves up, I was going to say that we shouldn't do it, but we should. Because it's all for a reason. If you find yourself in that position, lean into it. Because it's teaching you something. It's preparing you for something. Like all the things that he needs me to be, all the ways that I am now going to be able to help him was because of things that I had gone through in the past, things that I had experienced for myself, things that I had learned about. Even the house that we're about to get together, I remember going to see it by myself and thinking, okay, I'm going to get this place, I'll rent out the rooms, or whatever, rent out some of the spaces around it, make it like an income property or whatever the case is. I'll finally have my own space again. Maybe I won't even rent it out in the first couple months. I'll just enjoy having my own space. And right when I was about to move forward and put the application in, I heard that voice again. Don't move in here by yourself. And I remember having that feeling like I don't want to move in here by myself. I've never had that feeling before. I've lived in so many different places by myself. But there's something about this particular house where I had that voice and I got that message again. This is one of those things you're not supposed to do alone. And so I didn't. And then I met this guy. And, through conversation, we got to this point where the house was brought up again. And I'm just seeing all the ways in which it aligns, all the ways in which it's perfect for both of us, he's the person that I'm supposed to be at that house with. And so I'm just, like I said, in awe. I'm just grateful, humbled. I'm just learning more and more every day to just surrender and listen and use my discernment. Yeah, so we'll see. Even like down to the fact that he has children already, and I shared with him that I'm not really trying to have kids or whatever the case is. You know, I'm not gonna be so bold or arrogant as to say like, you know, I'm not gonna have kids or I don't want them. But I just always envisioned myself either as a stepmom or adopting kids, other people's kids. I always just had that in my heart. Like, there are so many kids out there that need someone, need a parent, need somebody in their life. Why am I going to go bring another child in this world when there are so many already here that need me? And he has kids. And the situation with the kids is seeming like that's going to finally be my opportunity to be there. Be there in a way that I had always knew in my heart that I would have to be. Like, there are certain things that have been placed in my heart since I was little. And I always knew that they were there. Like, I always knew I was going to be a teacher. I always knew that I was going to parent other people's kids. I just didn't know how it was all going to play out. And here we are. And so, like I said, I just wanted this to be, you know, documented so we can have something to look back on. He also does YouTube, but it's for his cigar business and all his stuff that he has going on. So I don't know if we're going to make another page for like us as a couple, or if we'll just use my page and he'll come on there every now and then and we'll talk. But he even mentioned, like, I'm just telling you, the amount of alignment, everything that comes out of this man's mouth is something that I felt in my heart already before I even met him. Like, I was given the vision and the vision that I was going to be in a relationship with a man and we were going to do a YouTube channel together. Like, we were going to document our life. And that was always really important to me. And just through random conversation, that comes out of his mouth. And he's like, yeah, I do a YouTube channel. And I think he knew that I did one because he probably Googled me, you know, like how people do or whatever. And so he was like, yeah, I want to make sure that we document this so we have something to look back on. Legitimately, I really thought that my twist out was doing better than this. But hey, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to find a place to sit. And I don't know, I didn't bring my hammock. I made it to the park. Oh, there's another video that I wanted to make. And I probably just needed a walk anyway. So yeah, just even that, like the YouTube channel, how he's, you know, excited about that. And just like learning a little bit about his, you know, his past and his personal life. And just talking from now about how, you know, he was saying to me, because you guys, I think I've mentioned before in other videos, if you guys watch my other videos, you know how I feel about sex and how I feel about when men are moving too fast. And I always thought, like, in my mind, like, if... Give me 1 second. Ooh, a mushroom. I wonder if that's a special mushroom. No, it's not. Fun fact about mushroom, guys. Mushrooms are extremely sacred. They contain all of the DNA of the earth and the trees surrounding them. But back to what I was just saying around the sex thing, right? So, I was like wondering why, men were moving so fast. And I was wondering if it was like me. Like, am I just not with the times? Am I too old school? Like, am I too old fashioned? Like, I just think in my head, the way it should go is, as a man, you should operate in a way that aligns with what you want. So if you're saying out of your mouth, I want a long-term relationship, I want to be with you, I want to build with you, but you're rushing into sex with me, those two things don't align. What you're saying out of your mouth and what you're actually saying that you want, they don't go together. And this was my confirmation. We were having a conversation about, moving into the house together, and, we already agreed ahead of time that we're going to have separate bedrooms. And he was like, I want it to be that way because, I'm not in a rush. I want longevity with you. And so I understand that, there's no rush to get into sex. Like, sex, it doesn't matter to me. It's not important to me. And guys have said that to me before, but their actions said a whole other thing. And so even in our interactions with each other, I don't think we've ever hugged. We haven't ever hugged. He's never gone in for a hug. He's never gone in for like a sneak touch or like anything disrespectful like that. He's always, I think we shook hands. I remember the last time we saw each other, he like gave me a fist pump or whatever. And as we were like leaving, like when we first came into each other's, like when we first got together, he gave me a fist bump and, we exchanged words or whatever. And then when I was leaving, I was just like, I'll see you later. And he was like, yeah, I'll see you later. And then I just walked away. We didn't even hug, nothing. And it was like so refreshing to finally be around a man who gets it, who understands. There's plenty of time for that stuff. And yeah, he makes it very clear to me. Like, it's not like on some, he's not, I have no doubt in my mind that he's on that. Like, that he's sexually attracted to me, all that stuff. Like, I can feel it in his energy. I know he wants me. And that is so sexy. Like, that is the sexiest thing. When you know a man wants you, but it's not, he's not thirsty with it. Like, his actions are not, disrespectful. Like, he still holds that level of respect for you. He still holds that level of regard for the relationship and where he wants it to go. Like I told you guys at the beginning, this man looked me in my face and told me, this is what I already have going on, and this is where I see you as being a part of that. And this is where, this is my plan. This is what I'm trying to get done. You with it or what? Straight up. And I was like hesitant at first because, everything that I've gone through. But I'd be a fool. I'd be stupid to not put my trust in this man, to not go all in. I'd be stupid. I've gone all in for men who were a fraction of the man that this man is, who had a fraction of the vision that this man has, who had a fraction of the pure intentions that this man has for me. And how do I know that he has pure intentions? Because of the way that he moves, the way that he speaks. I pay very close attention. I have very great discernment. Everything that I've gone in my life has, again, prepared me for this moment. No other man has dealt with me this way. They all move shifty. they all, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what is this man's intentions? Like, what's going on? And I can see, like, even with this guy, with the guy that I'm talking about, he was like, yeah, I want to marry you. I want you to be my wife. I want to be able to pass on my land, my house, everything to you. Within the first few days of meeting me, within the first week of meeting me, he already had this vision, this plan. Where did that come from? Why is it so specific? Why is it so aligned with what I've already felt in my heart? What God has already told me, what the universe has already told me is supposed to happen? Why does it all fit together if this is something that's manipulation, if this is something that isn't real? If this is something that's not supposed to happen? If this man is out to take advantage of me, let me tell you guys something. There's no way. Like I can't even. I was gonna say like the devil, the devil's getting stronger and stronger by the minute, but he's not. There's no way. There's no way. And I know that is just my trauma. That's my pain. Those are my triggers, and that's for me to deal with. Just like he told me straight to my face, like we had a conversation about it, and I was like, this is crazy. We are moving too fast. Like you want me to invest all of this into like getting a house with you and all of this. We haven't even known each other for a month. Like this is insanity. This is crazy. And he was like, asking me relevant questions. And he was like, but that's you problem. That don't really have nothing to do with me. And it doesn't. He's absolutely right. It doesn't have anything to do with him. But the fact that he gave us some thought, he was concerned about my concerns. He didn't just brush it off and tell me, oh, you shouldn't think about it that way. You shouldn't whatever. Just, let's have the conversation about it. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's be honest with each other. And so I'm gonna be honest with y'all. One of the things is he's a little bit controlling. You guys know how, yeah, you guys know how I am. But even that, I can see us working through because we can already be so honest with each other. We can already like put things on the table and just be like, look, it is what it is. We've already made certain promises to each other that, when things do come up, as they come up, no one's going to be able to tell us about what it is that we have. He's told me about his past so that when it does come up, because everything that's done in the dark comes to light. And I think a lot of men don't understand this. Like, even women, a lot of women don't understand this. Like, if you cannot be honest with your partner about what's going on with you, it's going to come out eventually. And you would rather, at least in my situation, I would rather to hear it from that person's mouth rather than some other person. So he's told me about, things that he's done, things he's not proud of. And it's my decision whether or not I want to accept that type of person into my life, or whether or not I think that he's changed or evolved enough to be able to, whether he's worth the investment, because everybody's an investment. Everybody comes with something. That's what my mom has always taught me. Everybody has something that you're going to have to just work with them with. And so he's worth the investment. Whatever comes, comes, and we'll just deal with it as it comes. I already see that the situation with his baby's mom it's a little bit concerning because I'm not a confrontational person, but I trust that the universe, the divine God, the Holy Spirit will give me the words and the actions necessary to deal with her when that time comes, and everything will work itself out. It's not going to be drama because I'm not a drama person, and I know how to de-escalate situations. I think I'll know what to say to her and how to deal with her in a way that he, as a man just doesn't get. Like, on a woman to woman level, I think we'll be able to, if not build a really great relationship, co-parenting relationship, however it's going to look. I just hope we can at least be cordial with each other for the kids' sake. So, yeah. And he has an older son who's a senior in high school, and there's stuff going on with him. And I'm just excited to be able to contribute whatever it is that I can, whatever I'm meant to contribute. And yeah. Until next time. Things are moving and changing fast, guys. So you guys, in the next video, you might be seeing some new faces. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, until next time, be well.